What's going on, people? This is going to be another review for you guys for the Christmas related films that or shorts that I'm watching. This might be a two-parter. I might do two different shorts right now in the same clip, if that makes sense to you guys. So this one is, as the title says, the Smurfs Christmas Carol, which was released in 2011. It's 22 minutes long, so it's a short, considered a short. I'll leave the trailer to it on the bottom. And voices that were in this that you could probably recognize: Hank Azara, which he does so many voices. He's a very talented man. Fred, what's his name? Fred Asman, I forget, but he's done a couple of voices too. He's a very funny guy. Antonio Yanking, Yanking. I don't know who that is. The guy that I recognized automatically was George Lopez, and he plays Grumpy, which I don't think that was actually the original voice person. So that kind of upsetted me, and then it kind of threw me off, and not really liking it. Well, I liked it, but it just I'm not such a fan of George Lopez, to be honest with you. Not that he's not funny. He is kind of funny. It's just his attitude sometimes. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, the other people. There's some other people there that are pretty much the staples of the Smurfs. So you can watch this on YouTube. Google Play also has it. Voodoo, iTunes, so many places, right? I personally watched it off of YouTube. So anyway, the story was pretty much straightforward. Nothing too elaborate. It was 22 minutes long. It could have been longer, I think. It probably should have been longer. But what I liked about it, you know, give or take, is that they did an interesting take on things. Like, spoiler, if you haven't seen it yet, the part when he goes into, supposedly he starts dreaming, and the ghosts of the Christmas Carol story arc pretty much start going on, and the animation changes and changes into the traditional animation. While when he's in awakened life, he's kind of I don't know. I guess you would call it claymation, or like stop mo. I don't know if it's stop motion. I don't think it's. It might be stop motion also. So claymation stop motion technique that was used in the first half of the film, because short, because I think they were trying to cut corners when it came to hand animation, and I don't know what the difference is when it comes to budgets, if one is more expensive than the other, or maybe they just didn't know where they were going to go with it, so they just decided to play around with it. So it was quite interesting. That was the most interesting thing about it, really. And yeah, if you want to go see it, go see it. And I recommend it. Just that the George Lopez as Grouchy kind of annoyed me a little bit. But hey, if you like George Lopez, then maybe you'll like it more than I did. So I'm gonna review one more short. I'll be right back, so I can kind of get the information a little bit. So hold on. What's going on, peoples? Besides the one I just did earlier, this is a different short that I'm going to talk about. It's the famous short. It's how Dr. Seuss, how the Grinch stole Christmas. I'm looking at the information. Sorry. IDV is giving it 8.4, and I forgot to mention what I would give the Smurfs Christmas Carol. I give it a 6. Yeah, and that's a regrettable 6, but it's a 6, yeah, in my opinion. But they're giving it 8.4 for this Grinch. So let's keep talking about the Grinch. Now the Grinch, the 1966 version TV animation is actually my favorite. You know, I do like the Jim Carrey version, and I might watch that this year. But this is the one we're talking about today. So famously, Boris Karloff voices the Grinch. I didn't know that until just now, but he's a very famous actor. And you know, some of you film buffs know who he is. And you know, there's some other people in there. June Ferry as Cindy. Let's see who else. Dan Matrick, I think his name is Macrin as Max, and Daryl. I don't know how I say his name. Terrell Reese Scott, singer, singing the. And you know, there's a couple of songs. There's also a musical. I don't know if you guys have noticed that there was actually a musical made. So, how can you watch this? You know, they show it on TV every year. Pretty much, you could find it on ABC. I think ABC has the rights to it, so you might watch it on there. Um, but I watched it off of. I'm trying to remember where did I watch it. I'm not exactly sure where I watched it, so I don't know. I don't know, but I know you can probably watch it off of TV somewhere. So from the 8.4, hey, that's a good score. It's a classic. I find very little wrong with it. I occasionally watch it every year, almost every year, but sometimes I don't. This year I just did, so obviously that's one. So if you like these shorts, let me know if you've seen them. Tell me what your opinion about them is, and I'll see you guys later.